Well, the Seahawks had their rookie mini camp over the weekend, which is always an exciting time for the coaches and certainly for the rookies, a lot of whom are kind of having their last gasp. They got to put 30 guys in there to at least compete a little bit. But for about 7 to 10 guys, it was pretty important. And one of the guys that we're going to focus on, and a lot of the other guys talking about specific guys who stood out a little bit, was a guy in particular who's probably got the best chance of really, I'll even say start. He could be a starter when the year starts on the defensive line.
Yeah, it's Jesse Williams, the kid out of Alabama who dropped in the draft because he had a knee injury. And I was out, in fact, we did our broadcast there Friday, and he and Hill, the other defensive tackle they drafted, were kind of doing some drills together right in front of us. So just first of all, first thing that jumps out is the size of these guys. Right. They're very big. Both very agile, though, and Williams in particular. And I was just watching to see if he was favoring the knee at all. He did have a wrap on there, like just kind of one of the neoprene sleeves on there, but he looked every bit a football player. Now, there were no pads, there was no drills going on in that sense, so it's really hard to get a gauge, but he looked agile, big, quick. He looked like what they like out there, and this is a guy that I think a lot of people feel like has the ability, if that knee is healthy, to be one of the steals of the draft, because he was thought of as perhaps a second-round talent, and they get him late in the draft, and that seems to be an area where there's potentially an opening. They bring in McDaniel. That's a guy that Danny O'Neill compared to last year's edition of Barrett Ruud. A guy you bring in a veteran
insurance
1 year,
policy, right?
Yeah, and then Bobby Wagner steps up, Barrett Ruud gets traded away, and he kind of made the comparison with McDaniel, saying, well, this could be Jesse Williams' opening. This is a very real possibility. This guy could earn himself a starting job, and maybe McDaniel becomes excess.
It's kind of interesting too when you consider last year, and the impact Russell Wilson made in that first rookie. He became a part of the conversation.
Right.
He at that point was, wow, we have something special here. I think they kind of determined they had something they liked with Bruce Irvin for sure at that rookie mini camp last year. And he went on to get 8 sacks. So even though you're right, what do they wear? Helmets, but no pads or anything like that.
Just shorts, helmet, and jersey.
Can't be any contact, really. It is a place where you can make an impression, at least a first impression. It sounds like Jesse made a very good first impression.